I'm Sonia Klein, and I'm a Holocaust survivor. I was born in Warsaw, Poland. Life was not easy. I was 14 years old when the war started, September 39. I had a sister and a little brother. I survived. My sister survived with me. I became her parent, but my little brother was gone with the Nazis and my mother and my father. I was a pioneer to the war. I was in Warsaw Ghetto, Majdanek, Auschwitz, Ravensbrück, Tauchau, and a death march. I worked at the shoe commando in Auschwitz, taking apart the shoes of the guest people. We were taking apart the soft leather from the hard leather that was returned to Germany. My working place was right next to the crematoria and the gas chamber. They kept us for 3 weeks, they fed us. And then after 3 weeks, they said to us, "You're free, you can go." We had not decent clothes on our bodies, not a penny to buy anything, and not a piece of bread, which meant life. And we would go walking down the street, my sister and I, and in Auschwitz, we adopted a third sister. Why? Because I said, the biggest if in my life, if I ever live, I will never go back to Poland. And she had family in Argentina, so we adopted her. So if we survived, we would all go to Argentina. We never did go. The Americans said to us, "You're free. Free to go where?" We're walking down the street, and a coal train comes along. We look at the train. Coal trains are very high, you know. We look at the train, the three of us, and look at the train. Why didn't we look at the train? I don't know. The three of us did not weigh 120 pounds. How we got on the train is one thing I do not know, because I remember most of the things. The train went to the border of Germany and Austria. And this is when he stopped, and we had to get off. This is a small town in Germany, and 1,000 men were liberated by the Americans because the Germans did not have enough time to kill them. They brought them to be killed. When we got off the train, my brother-in-law-to-be was at the train station. You know what? Nothing in life happens by chance. Everything is meant to be. Whether we realize it or not, everything is meant to be. Why was he that day at the train station when we got off the train? The three of us, not black, not white, from the coal. And he looked at us and he said, "Who are you?" We didn't eat, I don't know how many days. He said, "Oh my God, come, I take you to a place to eat." As we were walking down the street with him, my husband-to-be was with a German. There were nice people everywhere, but not enough A German family, all the family, took in my husband to be and his two friends to the house. Every morning, brought a tray of scrambled eggs, mashed potato, milk, which was life. That was life. Knocked on the door and left the tray. As we were walking down with my brother-in-law to be, my husband says, "Who are the girls and where are you taking them?" He says, "Today everything is closed here, but I have food." How did they have food? Aside from the tray that the German woman brought to them, there was this American battalion stationed there. The three men, my husband-to-be, he adopted two brothers. They went to the Americans and they said they want work so they can get food. The three men didn't weigh 150 pounds. The Americans looked at them and said, "Oh, okay, you come here every day, you eat, and when you get a little bit of flesh on your body, we'll talk about work." The Americans opened number 10 cans for the soldiers of peanut butter, jelly, and other things. Took out a few spoons for the soldiers and what they didn't need anymore. Take it, take it. So my husband had plenty of food. But the Americans left, and my husband remained in Germany. And I met my husband walking down the street. Now, you know what? I didn't think of it then, but I'm thinking of it now at my age of 97. Never asked my husband to be what language he speaks. He was not from Poland. What if we could not understand each other? What would happen? What would happen? I knew him 2 weeks and we got married. Why did I ever get married? I really didn't know who I'm marrying. But I needed a piece of bread and I needed a pair of shoes. Shoes that were given to me in Auschwitz when they took us out, froze to my skin. When I was liberated and wanted to get rid of the shoes after the death march, they had to cut away my skin with my shoes. Unfortunately, we had to live in Germany 4.5 years before we had a visa to the United States. Now, every time we walked the street, the three of us, see skeletons, the people said, "How can it be? How can you bury the 12 million people? 6 million Jews and 6 million non-Jews. It doesn't make any difference, human beings. How can you marry the 12 million people and not know anything about it? Impossible." It wasn't easy, but then in December 49, we finally got a visa to the United States. It was not easy here because we did not know the language, but we were free and not hungry. First, I have to thank God Almighty because no human being gets 2 lives. A human being gets 1 life. Those of us who survived were given an additional life, and for this, you can never be thankful enough. And I have to thank the United States for giving us a country, because we would never go back where we really came from. And then I have to thank the people in the United States for trying to help us. How can I remember it? Because things like this, if you live 1,000 years, you cannot forget.